Well, this is turning out great. I mean that very sarcastically. It's much better. I'll give it that. I took the door back off because I wanted to make sure I know on the other side of the car you can take a straight edge and run it down the door and the whole thing is perfectly flat, right? It's like straight. This seam is straight with this. This door was way off. So I was trying to match like a fender to a door that was just ungodly off. This seam is perfect now. Perfect. There's a little bit of panel manipulation that needs to be done. A little bit more. The door's kind of welded up. This metal is so thin, it is ridiculous. It's stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. I don't know. The only thing that I've really learned on this door is how to fill small holes. I figured that out real easy. I used my 1/16 with the 3/32 rod, heated the rod up, dabbed it in the middle, and just kind of rocked the pedal into, I think like 50 amps, because I was barely using any heat just to get the filler to melt. And then I rock into 50 and it popped that basic bead that I had of the filler rod into the actual metal, and then they grind smooth. I filled in all of them that I made. There's the weird chunk ones that I have yet to even try to fill in. I'm not worried about it at this point. I don't even know if I can still salvage this door. It's not going to be ideal no matter what. No matter what I do to this door, I've realized it will never be where I want it, where I truly want it. So for now, I think what I'm going to have to do is just fill a little bit of it in with Bondo glass, because I can't get the metal where I want it to be. There's just no getting around it. So a little bit of Bondo glass, it's not a big deal. I got to realize that maybe one or two spots on this car are not going to be like up here to my standards. They'll be more like down here. And that's what this door is going to be. And it's okay, I guess. It's not a big deal. It'll work just fine. It'll look beautiful, and it'll last just fine. Now, I did put the little piece of 16 gauge metal to the back of it to give it more support, and that helped a lot. I was able to fill in this whole, or most of the bottom area. It's good. I think it'll be perfect, actually. There is still some massaging that needs to be done-ish, kind of. But I can't really finite do that right now. I need the side skirt, and I don't have the side skirt right now. So I'm just going to body work this door, get it smooth, I guess you can call it. Get it straight, get the body line in perfect, and then worry about like the little lower section. I'm not going to do like that much of the lower section just to get it, I guess. For now, I'm going to grab my wire wheel, and I want to get in the car and see if I can even get positioned to stitch weld this damn thing. Well, I said screw it, I'm going to just learn by doing, because this is all going to be covered up. I'm having an issue bringing contaminants from the back side. You can see, I mean, technically it's stitched weld, but it looks, that one's horrible. They didn't bond to the back side. I'm just having so much issues keeping it clean. I don't know. I have no idea. That one's definitely not near as bad. But it's definitely not pretty. But again, all these are going to be covered. I can fix this. All I got to do is reheat it and dump the metal back into it. I put too much filler right there. I don't know. I have no clue. I cleaned off this area up here. And I'm going to play with it with different settings and see if I can get that a little bit better. Alright, see, these are getting better. I'm getting that nice top layer of metal to kind of melt back a little bit and puddle back in. I changed the settings, messed with some stuff. I'm still pulling contaminants. You can see it from the back side. No matter how good I clean the surface and get up underneath it and get all the seam sealer and then push the metal back and everything else, I'm still pulling contaminants. So I don't know if I can get around that. But it is better. I honestly don't have the clue. I don't. I'm sure you couldn't tell watching me. This 20 gauge in the car, I didn't have really much blowback issue. It cinched back about 1/16 of an inch as I was moving forward, which is perfect. But I want to practice. I want to start making them look pretty, because then by the time, if I could figure it out kind of practicing, by the time I do the interior of the car and get to where you're actually going to see those, I'll be better. Plus, I need metal to practice on butt welding. And I did better butt welding 20 gauge or 22 gauge than I did lap welding. And that's, I don't know why. Like, by all means, none of this is pretty, but it's grindable. It's not blowing out. Like, I had some spots that was blowing out. But for the most part, it would have worked. So I'm not understanding, I'm really, to be honest, not understanding what I'm doing wrong. I tried pulse settings, I've messed with that, I've used settings I found on the internet, I've used everything I can think of, and part of the issue is like the YouTube videos that I look up about like lap welding and stuff like that. They're showing sheet metal at 16 gauge. Well, I don't have an issue with 16 gauge, none at all. As I burn through it, it burns about 1/16 of an inch back, and I rock right through it with a 3/32 filler and a 3/32 tungsten. I tried 1/16, I tried 3/32, and I'll get like one pretty one or one workable one, and then right after that it's blowing out. Even if I'm jumping across, I'm not, it's something in my movement, or it's something in my settings, or I'm not understanding how the heat is moving. Thing is, and then Thursday, I think what I'll do is hop in the car, drive to All Metal over almost in Kansas. It's towards Galena. It's about halfway in between Joplin and Galena. But it's like 40 minutes, 45 minutes from here, something like that. I'm going to drive out there and go talk to them. I've known them for years. My brother used to work out there doing a crap ton of fabrication. That's actually who got him TIGging. Started doing TIGging freaking forever ago. So I'm going to go out there and see what kind of 20 gauge scrap they got laying around, and I'm going to pick it all up. I don't care. And I'm going to sit out here. I don't care if I burn through the rest of this bottle. I don't care. I'm going to figure this out. I may get down, I may get depressed, whatever you want to call it, frustrated and angry that I cannot figure this out. But at the end of the day, I'll go inside, I'll work, I'll get my frustration on the computer, and then I'll come back out here and try again, and then I'll go inside and I'll come back out here, and I will figure it out. When I set my mind to something, there is no stopping me from figuring it out. So, I will figure it out, I promise. Enough of this ranting, raving. This is probably going to be a really long episode because, I don't know, it just probably will be. I've got like 5 days worth of crap, and I'm going to just stick in all my mess ups. Put them all in there because I'm not going to hide when I mess up. I know a lot of YouTubers out there cover up their mess ups or cover up their learning mistakes. I'm not going to. I'm going to put it all out there in the open and say, hey, I suck. But watch me hopefully get better. Hopefully. And I forgot what the saying was going to be. I thought I had one. I think I discussed it earlier. I don't know. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the mad support. Whatever.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school. So you can feel cool. Give it to me, baby. Baby. Yeah.